Hi, it's Deb from Deb's Days. It's Tutorial Tuesday, and today we're making another jar wrap. Today we're doing apples, a perfect topic for fall. Before I get started, I publish new content frequently, so be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And check out the blog at debsdays.com. You'll find an entire section dedicated to free sewing and crafting projects and links to even more sewing and crafting tutorials. Alright, let's get this project started. Along with your regular sewing supplies, for this project you will need a piece of backing fabric measuring 4 inches by 14 inches. I had to scrap my scraps together to make it work. You'll need a piece of main fabric measuring 4 inches by 14 inches. And a piece of batting 4 inches by 14 inches. Again, mine scrapped together. You'll need some 3-inch by 3-inch squares of fabric for your apples, and some brown and green scraps. Mine are 1.5 inches wide. Yours could be smaller and work out just fine. You'll need a glue stick, and then you'll need the template downloaded from debsdays.com. I've added a link in the description right below this video. First, take your piece of backing fabric and place it with the right side facing down. On top of that, place your piece of batting. And then on top of that, we're going to place our main fabric with the right side facing up. We're going to take that to the machine and we're going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance all around that piece. I have my 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around. I'm going to use my pinking shears and cut between the stitching and the edge of the fabric. If you'd like to use regular scissors, go ahead and do that. Alright, we're going to set that aside. Now go ahead and cut out your template, both the apple and the leaf. We'll be using the small apple pattern. Place the apple template right smack dab on top of your apple pieces. I'm using a thin fabric so I can cut through all at once, but if your fabric's a little thicker, do one at a time. I have those cut. Now I'm going to place them on my wrap. I'm going to space them out, make sure they're where I like them. I'm going to go ahead and cut out my leaves next. Again, I'm just going to cut them all at once, but if you'd like to do them individually, go ahead. I'm all about shortcuts when I can make it happen. And then I'm going to arrange those leaves to make them look the way I'd like. And then I'm going to use my brown fabric just to cut some stems randomly. I'm not using a template at all for it. You can fiddle around with the stems and the leaves to get it the way you'd like. Now I'm going to take my handy dandy glue stick and I'm going to work with the center apple first. I'm going to place the glue stick on the back of the apple. Now I'm going to take the apple to the machine and I'm going to do a zigzag stitch all the way around. If there's another stitch you'd like to use, maybe a blanket stitch or even a straight stitch, go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and stick my next apple on and take it to the machine. Now I did a straight stitch on this one so you could take a look and see the difference. And the third one's done as well. Now it's time to put the stem and the leaves on. Again, I'm going to use the glue stick and adjust it as you need to. And then off to the machine. Now instead of doing a zigzag or a straight stitch around, I just went straight on down the middle of the stem and the leaves. I have all 3 finished. Now it's time to grab our jar. Alright, I'm going to wrap it around the jar. And it looks like, based on my jar, I can go in about a 1/2 inch from my first set of stitching. I'm going to take a straight stitch, I'm going to back tack at the beginning and the end to hold it in place, and there we go. Just as quick as that, we have a fabric wrap with an apple theme. If you'd like to see more projects like this one, head on over to the blog at debsdays.com. You'll find an entire section dedicated to free sewing and crafting projects and links to even more sewing and crafting tutorials. See you next time with another project.